Welcome back. About 50 minutes left in the trading session. If you're just joining us, let's get caught up with this market stat check here. Stocks hitting the pause button after 6 straight weeks of gains. Right now, the Dow is down 15 points, kind of heading lower here again now at 13,259. We've been in a 45-point trading range so far today. Very narrow trading bands the last few trading sessions. Meanwhile, the fear indicator, the CBOE's volatility index, on pace to finish below 15 for the 7th consecutive trading session, up a fraction right now at 1418. But what a difference a year makes. Remember last August, Maria, when the VIX was trading in the mid-30s because of the debt ceiling crisis in Washington.
And we're at a similar moment right now with the fiscal cliff issues, but interesting you're not seeing
only
the kind
in slow motion, though, as Josh Brown said.
Slow motion.
Right.
So did President Obama do too much or not enough to help the housing market? That's what we want to talk about right now. It's the focus of a New York Times article today, which says that the president's efforts have fallen short of turning around the housing market. It is suggesting that our economy and his campaign would be in far better shape if he did a full-on bailout of troubled homeowners.
And during the president's news conference, you saw it live here on CNBC earlier today. He pushed Congress to do more on that issue.
We're going to be pushing Congress to see if they can pass a refinancing bill that puts $3,000 into the pockets of the average family who hasn't yet refinanced their mortgage. That's a big deal.
Fred Glick of U.S. Loans Mortgages agrees the government should do more, take the gloves off, fight this housing mess. But David Lycan of Mortgage Banking Solutions says less is more. Fred, the story suggests in the New York Times that they were late to the party. They wanted to do less in the beginning. They realized it wasn't helping, so they added, and now it's starting to help. But is it too little, too late? What more do you want to see the government do here?
Well, for starters, Bill, HARP 2, they should be talking to the FHFA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac and saying, will you please allow the lenders to do the unlimited loan to values on the HARP loans so we can get probably another 1 million people refinanced so the money can go back into the economy. That's a big start. Second of all, how about Congress telling all these lenders who are doing short sales to get it together, do it in 30 days, as opposed to dragging people out for 6 months. And also on the foreclosures, how about a government program, everybody hates those words, but that would lend money to the banks to fix up the houses they are about to, they foreclosed on that they haven't put into market, where they'll be able to get local jobs going and then get paid the money back. So it's more than revenue neutral. The bank's going to get more money back. Duh.
Okay.
Duh. Well, that's a pretty good list. That's a pretty big list of things that you think should have been done. David, you're on the other side of this,
And that's only one cup of coffee, Maria.
Yeah. You say less would have been more, right, David?
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the point. We look at what they've already done, and it's been a middle-of-the-road approach. No one's happy on the left or the right of this discussion. And really, what do we have for it? Every time they've stepped up to do something, it has not brought the results. The free markets are the best way for this to recover. That's why we need the government out of this. We need leadership. What we're talking about is leadership, not government programs and more subsidies at more expense to the taxpayer.
What would leadership provide there, David? I mean, what would they do different?
Number one, when you saw last week the U.S. Treasury coming in and putting pressure on DeMarco at FHFA to say that we need to encourage Fannie Mae to do principal reductions. That is a private market. That is a private property decision. What they should be doing is meeting with the investors, bringing leadership, saying, gentlemen, are you aware of how much this could impact, limit your losses by stepping in?
David, do you realize how there's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac that aren't doing it? There's nobody who stepped forward and said, hi, I'll become Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, so we can have a secondary market. It doesn't exist. There's tiny little pockets of little companies that are putting together secondary market products. Without Fannie and Freddie, nobody's going to do it because everybody wants the whole faith of the federal government.
Obviously, they can't be unraveled overnight. But I mean, are you saying that you think, David, that this market would be farther along, would be in better shape if the government did less?
As actually, if the government had done less, but less in the way of monetary policy and more, Maria, in the way of leadership. What I'm talking about in leadership is sitting down with those that are holding the investments in these loans and bringing leadership to show what could be done with a principal reduction, but not done through the policy or through pressure of the Ed DeMarco.
Isn't one of the big problems we face right now, Fred, the fact that the infrastructure in the mortgage servicing industry isn't built to help a homeowner who's in distress right now? They're either there to collect the payments or to foreclose on that home, but they don't have the skills and the infrastructure set up to do anything besides that. Isn't that a big bottleneck in this whole problem?
Bill, that's a great point, because what happens is they're sending in a package to these people. They've assigned a couple of people to look at the short sale process. What about hiring mortgage brokers who do this for a living, who can look at these packages and give them answers to say short sale, not short sale, give us the criteria.
Fine, but these things take time, though. These things don't happen overnight. They take time. And as David suggests, it's going to take patience to get the market on the mend here.
Patience and leadership.
There's so many easy ways. There's so many easy ways to fix this. Look, leadership is a great word to say. It sounds so good.
There's so many easy ways to fix this. If it was that easy, we would have a fixed market right now. Give me a break. It's so easy.
I can fix it, though. I can fix it.
Really? Can you? How are you going to fix it?
Fred Glick, future head of Fannie Mae.
Use the people who know what they're doing, as opposed to giving somebody a job that they have no idea what they're doing, as the short sale and the to just hire people in back rooms and train them for 15 minutes or more to try to analyze these short sales.
I got 15 seconds. Work. Last word to David, very quickly.
Well, there's a lot of mortgage professionals say that we don't have people in the industry is very disingenuous to the people that are working themselves out all kinds of hours to work on this. What we needed is leadership and remove the uncertainty. We take care of those two things, we're going to see a lot of things start break loose and happening in the free markets.
Gentlemen, always a pleasure to see you both. Thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
Thank you.
See you later. Heading toward the close, Dow down 10 points. We got about 40 minutes left in the trading day here.
Well, up next, it may be one of America's favorite stocks, but should you go gaga for Google? The bull-bear debate on Google's coming next. And then we will look at the privacy concerns